Hello, YouTube fam. I've been saying I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna just slow down. I'm gonna just take a breather. I'm gonna limit what I can collect, man. But you know what? I can't do that, dude. It's like every time I say I'm gonna do something like that, somebody come and sending me a deal, man. I'm not saying that you gotta accept every deal that somebody offer you, but if it's something that you want, something that you said you've been wanting for a while, and you actually have the opportunity to get it, and it's not breaking the bank, sometimes these things come once in a lifetime. And sometimes you have every right to just say, look, I'm gonna just take the chance on this. We gonna ride. If it all falls through, man, we just don't keep on walking. And that's what I do sometimes. I'll be like, man, I'm gonna just see how this all work out. I look at some of the toys I got and I'll be like, man, I can't even understand why I got this. Then, I have to sit back and look at it and see why did I get it. Then, after a while I understand. You ain't gonna have understanding for things all at one particular point in time. Like I say over and over again, collecting is not a one size fit all. Some days you're gonna be so angry you just wanna quit. Some days you're so angry at other shit that you just wanna quit. You don't pretty much have any issue with collecting. Just some days you just feel like quitting. Some days you just say, shit, I'm gonna just save all this money. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put this money to better use. I'm gonna put it into the stock market. I'm gonna buy gold or Bitcoin or whatever, whatever it is that you want to buy, again, that's all up to you. Like I said, you have so much space and opportunity to do some stuff that you want to do. Um, that that's one of the cases, man. Like I said, I've been wanting to collect some stuff for a while, and I've been running into deals where I actually could do it. I've been talking about I wanted to get off into some of those 3 and 3/4 quarter Star Wars figures, man. And I'm actually finding them, man. Like I'm finding them for reasonable prices, not something that's just breaking the bank. And that's how I look at it, man. If you're going to collect some stuff, you want to collect things that actually work for you, things that you will enjoy, things that you could talk about and discuss with other people, man. People tell me that I'm just clickbait most of the time. I'm just keep talking about I want to quit, I want to quit, I want to quit collecting, and I'm tired. Like I said, this is an addiction, man. It's most people say it's hoarding. It's not hoarding. Hoarding is unorganized. Hoarding is just everywhere. When you're collecting, man, it's like curated. You got stuff in a spot where it needs to be. Sometimes you have those piles of things that you just like, man, I need to get all this stuff together and either put it over here, open it up, or just do whatever because, at this particular point in time, you don't know what to do. And like I said, man, I've been buying stuff, finding stuff, but I also been finding peace. What I mean by that is shutting up. That's what I've been finding. Shutting my mouth. And like I said, that's a good thing on so many things. Like I said, we're not gonna all agree about what I collect or what, I should be collecting, man. Like I said, I should be collecting what I like. And that's what I'm doing. I'm collecting the things that I like. It's not anybody else's concern what I buy or anything like that. And you may say, man, I could see better uses for that money. You probably can. But for your own money, you spend your money accordingly. That's what I do with this money. I spend it accordingly, man. Like I said, you stay in your range, you stay within your pockets, bro. You can afford a hell of a lot of stuff. Your collection grows leaps and bounds when you using that particular strategy. You can use that strategy in anything, saving money, investing in the stock market, buying gold and silver, Bitcoin. Dude, if you stay in your price range, you stay in your budget, you can find stuff. It's like me saying, I want to buy $5 action figures. Only $5, all in. Do I think I'm gonna find some $5 action figures? Yeah. May not find a hell of a lot of them, but I'm gonna find some. And that's the thing. You start there. See, everybody want to start out by buying all the grills of any damn thing. And like I said, you want to buy Funko Pop grills when they were high as hell. Now the prices are not as high as they were before. The same with video games. Video games peaked, honestly, during the pandemic. Now, just like with Funko Pops, they peaked during the pandemic. Now you're sitting here trying to, regroup and figure out what you're going to do, man. Because like I said, video games are dying out because nobody really wants physical media anymore. A lot of these younger people, they're not into physical. They just want to download their games to their system and that's it. No space at all. It's taking up no space. No game is taking up space. It's just on a hard drive. You don't see a box and you don't see a game inside of it sitting around somewhere. Just real, bro. But till later, peace out.